Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Dida De Krishna 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 Ram Ram Dida De Krishna 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 Dida De Ram 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 Dida. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Krishna Hare Ram Ram Dida De Krishna 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 Ram Ram Dida De Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Dida De Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Hare Ram 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 Dida De Krishna 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 Ram Ram Dida De 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 Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Dida Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare No air. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasti Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Some experience. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Krishna 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Krishna 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Krishna 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Krishna 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Krishna 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Krishna 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna 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 Ram Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, 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 Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, 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 Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, 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 Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Vedagadatar Sivasti Gaur Bhakt Vrindare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. And how many could they fit here? Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Follow. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare अपना अपना बोलो अलग अलग से हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, 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 Hare Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Gadadhar Sivasti Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Krishna Ram, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna 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 Ram, Hare Krishna Ram, Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Ram, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare 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 Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Ram, Hare Krishna Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Ram Hare 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 Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasti Gaur Bhakta Vrinda, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare 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 Krishna Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare 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 Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare 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 Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram Ram Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasti Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Ram Hare Krishna Hare Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasti Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare 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 Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasti Gaur Bhakta Vrinda, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasti Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. We lost some 50 participants. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasti Gaur Bhaktivinoda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. Glories to Srila Prabhupada. सभी भक्तों को मेरा सादर भक्त नाम है। तो जैसा आप सब जानते हैं, आज रविवार है। रविवार के दिन हमारी जपा टॉक अंग्रेजी में होती है। तो लेकिन हमारे स्पीकर्स इतनी कठिन अंग्रेजी नहीं बोलते कि हम ना समझ पाए या भारत के लोग ना समझ पाए। तो सभी भक्तों से अनुरोध है कि अभी कुछ ही क्षणों में जपा टॉक प्रारंभ होगी, तो आप बने रहिए। और आपकी अनुकूलता के लिए हिंदी में अनुवाद भी होगा और नीचे ट्रांसक्रिप्शन भी कभी कभी होता है। अनुवाद होता है तो ट्रांसक्रिप्शन नहीं होता है। तो आप सभी से अनुरोध है कि बने रहिए। और आज हमारे बीच पुनः श्रीमान अतुल कृष्ण प्रभु उपस्थित है और प्रभु जी ग्रेटर नोएडा मंदिर के अध्यक्ष रूप में अभी महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका और सेवाएं निभा रहे हैं। काफी सीनियर डिवोटी है और VH इत्यादि स्थानों पर प्रभु जी ऑफिशियल भक्ति शास्त्री टीचर के रूप में भी महत्वपूर्ण सेवाएं देते हैं। तो आज हमारा परम सौभाग्य है प्रभु जी हमारे बीच है। तो today is Sunday and we have our Japa talks in English on every Sunday. So today we have His Grace Atul Krishna Prabhu with us. So Atul Krishna Prabhu is temple president of Greater Noida, ISKCON Greater Noida. And along with that, he is also one of the senior brahmachari disciples of His Holiness Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj. And Prabhuji has also served the movement with various services like teaching various courses under the banner of VIH and other educational institutes. So it is our great good fortune today we have His Grace Atul Krishna Prabhu with us. And we would request His Grace Atul Krishna Prabhu to kindly begin today's Japa talk. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna. Welcome. I'm very happy to be amongst all of you, and it's a great honor to be here and to speak something. Very soon we are going to celebrate Balaram Jayanti, appearance of Lord Balaram. So today we will hear about Lord Balaram, who is Lord Balaram, and the mystery of his appearance.
Prabhuji, I'll just quickly translate
related to his appearance, and we will try to understand in the light of Acharya's explanation. So when Lord Krishna appears here, he performs pastimes. Now these pastimes, they're called Leela. So Lord Krishna has Chinmay Leela, that is the pastimes which happen in the spiritual world. Then he has Naimittik Leela, that is the pastimes which are happening in this world, material world, in any of the universes. And he also has, to create this universes, he has a Leela called Srishti Leela. That means how he creates this world. But all these pastimes, whether appearance of the Lord or creation or in the spiritual world, everything connected to Lord is transcendental. As Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo vetti tattvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti swarjana. So he's telling Arjun that, my dear Arjuna, one who understands the transcendental nature of my birth and my activities, he doesn't have to take birth again in this material world. He comes back to me. And this is the purpose why Lord Balaram appears, to inform us, to prepare us to go back home, back to Godhead. Balaram is the first expansion of Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna in the spiritual world, he stays there as his original form, Swayam Rupa or Swayam Prakash. And Lord Krishna has two kinds of expansions. First expansion is exactly similar to Lord Krishna. Like when Lord Krishna was performing Rasa Leela, he expanded himself. Or when he was staying in Dwarka with 16,108 wives, he expanded himself. That's one kind of expansion where there is no difference between him and the expansions. And the second kind of expansion is where there is very slight difference, slightly it's different, like maybe color, etc. And that is Balaram. So Chaitanya Charitamrita explains in the Adi Leela, it is explained, Sarva Avatari Krishna Swayam Bhagavan. So Lord Krishna is considered as Swayam Bhagavan. Tahar Dvitiya Deha Shri Balaram. And who's Balaram? Is just another form of Lord Krishna. He is the same Supreme Personality of Godhead. एक ही स्वरूप दो है भिन्न मात्र काया आद्य काय व्यूह कृष्ण लीला रसहाया. एक ही स्वरूप, both are same Supreme Personality of Godhead. एक ही स्वरूप दो भिन्न मात्र काया. What is the difference? Color. Krishna is dark and Balaram is bright or white. That's the only difference. One time Srila Prabhupada was asked that what is the difference between Krishna and Balaram? And Prabhupada said that Balaram and Krishna, the difference is that Balaram is Krishna in white. He's white Krishna. And Krishna is black Balaram. That means no difference. Ek hi swarup dohe bhinna matra kaya adya kaya vyuha. So why this expansion? Because one takes the position of servitor and the other is served. Adya kaya vyuha Krishna leela sahaya. So he is there to help Krishna in his pastimes. So sometimes when we see here Lord appears, and how is Balaram helping Krishna? He is helping Krishna in 5 forms. And when he comes to this world, he again helps Krishna in 5 rasas. So he helps in 5 forms, as is explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Shri Balarama Gosai Mula Sankarshan Pancharup dhari kore Krishnera seva. So in 5 forms, he is serving Krishna. Which are the 5 forms? The first one is Mahasankarshan. The second one is Karanodakshai Vishnu. The third one is Garbhodakshai Vishnu. The fourth one is Kshirodakshai Vishnu. And the fifth one is Shesha. These are the 5 forms in which Lord Balaram serves the Krishna, Lord Krishna. Now, if we want to know that how in the spiritual world he is helping, before we understand how in the material world Lord Balaram is helping Krishna, so in spiritual world, the spiritual potency is divided into 3 parts. We have Samvit, we have Sandhini and Ahladini. Three potencies. Spiritual potency in 3 categories. And we all know Ahladini potency, pleasure-giving potency, is the potency represented by, or the personified form is Srimati Radharani. The potency which is Sandhini means which creates existence. Everything exists because of that potency. Samvit potency is knowledge, Sandhini is existence, and Ahladini is pleasure. So as the personification of Ahladini is Srimati Radharani, personification of Sandhini, that means existence, potency of existence, is Sri Balaram. He becomes everything. Whatever Krishna is there, whatever exists actually is Balaram. But Balaram also has a very important role to play as Adi Guru. Balaram is also known as Swayam Prakash, because from Balaram all other expansions are coming. Even the expansions which are there in spiritual world in each Vaikuntha are coming from Balaram. He's Swayam Prakash, a torchlight, who provides direction in spiritual life. Zadi Guru, and he's providing direction. Lord Krishna, through Bhagavad Gita and through other scriptures, has given us a sword of transcendental knowledge. Bhagavatam says that we are all bound in this world. And we need a sword to cut the knots. We have been bound and we have created a lot of knots, granthi. So Bhagavatam says, Yadanudhyasinah yukta karma granthi nibandhanam chindanti kovidastasya kona kuryat katharatim. He says that we have been tortured, we have been bound, and there are so many knots, and you need a sword of it. So Krishna gives us the sword in the form of transcendental knowledge to destroy the ignorance. But you need strength. How will you lift that sword? And that strength to lift the sword is given by Lord Balaram. So we have a sword given by Lord Krishna. You need strength to lift it, and that is given by Balaramji. And you need to sharpen the sword, because you cannot fight if your sword is blunt. So you need to sharpen it. And what is the sharpening of this sword? It happens by engaging in service and applying this knowledge to our life. So when we engage in service, we obviously sharpen that sword. So Balaram gives that strength. Like one time, Srila Prabhupada asked this question to his disciples. They were standing in front of Krishna Balaram in Vrindavan. And Prabhupada said, who is stronger, Krishna or Balaram? Now, when Prabhupada asked questions, obviously the disciples were confused. They wanted to give the correct answer, otherwise they'll be chastised. But then I think Prabhupada was asking question. So they thought Krishna, Balaram, no Krishna, no Balaram. Finally they came up and they said, it's Balaram. Because Bala, strength, and he's elder brother. Actually, in one sense, who's elder? We all know Balaram is elder brother. Dauji is known as in Vrindavan. But is he really elder? Because Krishna's expansion is Balaram. We just heard. So if we take in terms of Siddhanta, philosophy, then Krishna is elder. Because expansion of Krishna is Balaram. But when the pastime, when Krishna is performing his pastimes, then Balaram is elder. So then the question was, who's stronger? So everyone thought Balaram is elder, Balaram is he gives Bala. So Balaram is stronger. So they came to Prabhupada and said, Balaram is stronger. And Prabhupada said, yes, Balaram is stronger. But see, whom is he leaning upon? He is leaning on Krishna. So Krishna is taking all his weight. That means Krishna is stronger than Balaram. So when they come, when Krishna and Balaram comes into this world, it is to bewilder those who are not devotees, but it is to give pleasure to those who are devotees. Kritvana kil karmani sahramena keshavaha ati martyan bhagavan gudha kapatamanushaha. It is said that when Lord Balaram comes along with Krishna, Saharamena Keshava, Krishna comes along with Balaram, Ram, and he performs pastimes, Kritvana Kila Karmani, Saharamena Keshava, Ati Martyana Bhagavan, he's the supreme personality of Godhead, Gudha Kapatamanushaha. But to those who do not believe it, he fools them. He cheats them. Kapatamanushaha. So when Lord Balaram was to appear, there are some questions, there are some controversies related to Lord Balaram. Let's try to understand. The first thing is Lord Balaram. We all know that Devaki was married to Vasudev, and then Kansa was taking them, and finally there was, a voice from the sky saying that 8th child of Devaki will kill Kansa. And then Kansa was scared, he tried to kill Vasudev. Vasudev somehow pacified him. So then we all know that 6 sons of Devaki were killed. Actually, the first son was taken by Vasudev. Take here, he wanted. But then he refused. No, you take it back. I want to kill 8th one, not the first. Somehow later, he killed the 6th. Now the 7th pregnancy, Devaki was into 7th pregnancy, where Lord Balaram came into the womb of Devaki. So, those who are performing devotional service, they can very clearly understand how the things are happening. Now it is said that 7th pregnancy was there, and then we hear in Bhagavatam, Krishna ordered Yogamaya, please transfer Balaramji from Devaki's womb to Rohini's womb. And then he was transferred and he was born. Matter is very clear. There are some questions. The first one, Rohini was staying in Vraja with Nanda Maharaj because of fear of Kansa, and Vasudev was staying in Mathura. The first question, the fools, those who do not believe, they asked that how is it that it is said that the womb was transferred to Rohini, but how is Rohini, suddenly if she has this child in her womb, what will happen? Or if she was pregnant, how is it? Vasudeva is there and then Rohini becomes pregnant and then it is called Vasudev's son. So Jiva Goswami in Sri Krishna Sandarbha, he very clearly explains. He says when actually Rohini came to Vraja, she was already pregnant. So people knew she is pregnant. So that's why when the womb was transferred from Devaki to Rohini, they didn't find anything very astonishing or something. And she was already pregnant. Now the second question. So Yogamaya transferred from Devaki's womb to Rohini's womb. And I just said Rohini was already pregnant. That means there was a child in Rohini's womb. What happened to that child? Where was that child thrown? Because you have transferred Balaram from Devaki's womb to Rohini's womb. Now what happened to the child which was already there in Devaki's womb? Nobody talks about it. So that also is explained. That the child who was in Rohini's womb was an expansion of Balaramji. And the child who was transferred from Devaki's womb to Rohini's womb was original Balaramji. So when that original Balaram came to the womb, the expansion merged into the Balaram. So that also is clear, because then this question, where did the boy go? So the boy, he just merged into original Balaram. That's all. Like when Krishna, we know that Krishna was born simultaneously in Braja and in Dwarika. This is explained by Jiva Goswami. So he was born in, not Dwarika, Mathura and Gokul. So Yashoda gave birth to one boy and one girl. And when Vasudeva brought Krishna and kept Krishna, so this Krishna and Yashodanandan Krishna merged together. It is a fact that Yashoda gave birth, because Bhagavatam says that Jata Karma was performed for Yashoda. It is not said that it was performed for Devaki, but for Yashoda it was performed. So how is the Jata Karma where umbilical cord is cut? So when she gave birth to the child, that's how this Jata Karma is performed on the next day. So Yashoda gave birth to Krishna and they got merged. Similarly, Balaramji in the womb, and the original Balaram was merged with the Balaram which was already there in Rohini's womb. Now there is another controversy, that what is the difference, age difference between Balaram and Krishna? There are various versions. Like some people say there is 1 year gap, some people say there is few days gap, some people say 15 days, 20 days, or months. And how this gap is coming? What is the clarity? So Prabhupada writes in Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, he explains that the difference was only about 9 days. 9 days, how is it? Like Balaram Jayanti and Krishna Ashtami, the difference is 8 to 9 days, that's the difference. So how is it possible? Balaram was transferred from from Devaki's womb, and after that Krishna came, and then Krishna was in the womb, and then he was born. So what happened to Balaram till that time? Now that is also explained. Balaram, when he was transferred to Rohini's womb, at that time Rohini was pregnant for 7 months. And that pregnancy, after Balaram came into her womb, continued for another 7 months. So that means Rohini was pregnant for about 14 months. So it continued. So Balaramji was there in the womb of Rohini for 7 months. And similarly, Krishna, when he appeared in the womb of Devaki, he was there for at that time. So the difference is just 9 days, because when Krishna appeared, before that Balaramji appeared. So that's also clear, that it's around 9 or 10 days, 8, 9 days, whatever difference is there. That's all is the difference between, because in Bhagavatam many places it is said their naming ceremony was done together, they were crawling together. If Balaram was 1 year, 2 year elder, the naming ceremony would have been done earlier. But naming ceremony was done together. So there was not much difference. Now Balaram is known by various names. And one of the names of Balaram is Haladhar. Haladhar means one who carries hal, plough, to cultivate field. Hal or a plough is a symbol of agriculture. Krishi Goraksha Vanijyam. So Krishi, it is agriculture. So Balaramji, by carrying the plough, he gives two important messages just by carrying the plough, just by becoming Haladhar. Number one, importance of cow protection, Goraksha. So he is the symbol of that. And the second, very important, is he is Adi Guru. So he carries a plough, like with a plough, with a hull. What do? You prepare the ground. And you prepare the ground so that the crop can come. You can cultivate the crop. You can have very nice fruits or vegetables or grains, etc. So you need to prepare the ground. So by carrying hull or plough, Balaramji is explaining that since he is Adi Guru, and all the Guru who are there in line, they are representative of Balaram. So he is saying that the work of Guru is actually to prepare the ground of our heart so that Krishna can come. So Balaramji is Haladhar. He's preparing the ground. And that is what Guru is. And that's how we should see Guru. Accepting Guru or surrendering to Guru is not just an one-time act. Like we take initiation and we feel, yes, now my life is successful. I have taken Guru. Finish. I don't have to do anything. No. You have to take initiation every day. You have to surrender to Guru every day, every moment, by offering our gratitude to Guru for what he has done to us. He has, we were rotting in this world, and he has picked us up. He prepared our ground of our heart, made us ready for Krishna. Not only that, he's holding our hand and carrying us, taking us, guiding us to Krishna. How grateful we should be to Guru, the spiritual master. He's preparing the ground, and that is what Balaramji is. So be very careful when we are on the path of bhakti, not to offend the spiritual master. And the spiritual master, if we serve him with great enthusiasm, with gratitude, how can we offer gratitude? We're talking about Balaramji, and Guru is representing Adi Guru Balaram. How can we offer our gratitude to Balaram? By offering our gratitude to Guru, by surrendering, by following his order. What is the way of surrendering to Guru? Many times we hear this word, surrender to Guru, surrender to Guru. What is the meaning? Surrendering to Guru means, number one, accepting the mood of the spiritual master. What is the mood of your spiritual master? Accept that mood. That is surrender. That is called carrying on the parampara. How will you carry on the parampara if you do not know the mood of your spiritual master? Srila Prabhupada, all his disciples have adopted, accepted, imbibed the mood of Srila Prabhupada, and that is how the parampara is carrying on. So when we talk of carrying on the parampara, it is actually adopting the mood of spiritual master. That's the first one, how we can surrender to spiritual master. Dedicate your life for propagating his mission. That is another way of surrendering. The spiritual master has a mission, has a mood. He gives certain instructions. Make them as your life and soul. That's how we can understand the mood of Balaramji. By understanding the mood of spiritual master, we can serve Balaramji by serving the spiritual master. So in our devotional life, what is important? Prabhupada writes in Nectar of Devotion, 64 items are given by Rupa Goswami for bhakti. And the first one is accepting Guru. Prabhupada said, if you don't accept a Guru, you cannot perform all others. Such is the importance of spiritual master and Guru. We are very fortunate that in ISKCON, we can associate with such spiritual masters who are guiding us to Krishna. We are very fortunate, we can see them, we can talk to them, we can take instructions from them and make our life successful. So Halidhar, Balaram is preparing the ground. Guru prepares the ground. Otherwise, what is there in our heart? Even if you try to cultivate bhakti and you do not have mercy of the spiritual master, all the weeds will come. The crop of bhakti will not grow. Bhakti lata will not grow, but all other weeds will grow. Guru is the one who removes it. It is said that at the time of initiation, Guru takes the karma. What karma? Which karma? Guru takes those karmas which are obstacles on your path of bhakti. He removes them, makes it very clear, and you can walk on that path. That is Halidhar, that is Balaram, and that is spiritual master. So Balaramji, various names. He is known by various names, and one of the names, of course, is Halidhar. And then there is Sankarshan, Rohini Nandan, there is Dauji, and Balaram is known by so many names. And he performed various leelas. Balaram killed Dhenukasur and Pralambasur, two very prominent asuras killed by Balaram. So why is it so important? Because it is said that Balaram, by killing Dhenukasur, Dhenukasur represents the ignorance of the self. That, we don't even know who we are. So this knowledge is hidden, and Guru is the one who gives us this knowledge, shows us the mirror. Look at it, who you are. So why Krishna did not kill Dhenukasur? Because Dhenukasur, in his previous life, he was son of Bali Maharaj. That is what Garga Samhita mentions. And Krishna had promised Prahlad, I'll not kill any of your family persons. So that's the reason he said, Balaram, you kill. So Balaram killed it. But the another reason is, we all know Dhenukasur was very powerful. He was like an ass, damn, donkey. And donkey means he doesn't have any knowledge. So a person who doesn't have any knowledge about the self, Guru gives. All of us know, before coming to ISKCON, before accepting Guru, how many of us knew we are not this body, we are soul? How many of us knew that we are eternal servant of Krishna? Jivera Swarup Hoy Krishnera Nitya Das. How many of us knew that the purpose of life is to serve Krishna? How many of us knew how to surrender to Krishna through spiritual master? And this was all given to us by our Guru, the spiritual master. So worshipping Balaram means to worship spiritual master. And how to worship spiritual master? One way, of course, is to do arati. We do that. Every day we do Guru Puja. Srila Prabhupada, that's a way of worshipping Guru, the spiritual master. But another way of worshipping is be always grateful to spiritual master. We want to know the Shastras. We want to know the knowledge. But how does this knowledge of Shastra comes? Yasya deve para bhakti yatha deve tatha guru tasyet katitam yartham prakashante mahatmanaha. That we can have all the knowledge of the Shastras if we worship Yasya deve para bhakti yatha deve tatha guru. If we worship Guru as good as Supreme Lord. As we are worshipping the Supreme Lord, we worship Guru. We know very well Guru is not the Supreme Lord, but he is representative of Supreme Lord. So give him the same respect. And just by that, we will be very easily able to understand the scriptures. Scriptures are there. Shastras are there. Go in the market, buy Padma Puran, buy Bhagavatam, buy Bhagavad Gita and read it. You will not understand. Need mercy of Guru. So how to worship Guru is by being very grateful, by following his instructions, by dedicating your life to him. Understand that if we can in this lifetime serve our Guru to the best of our capacity, whatever we have, surrender to the Guru. Don't keep anything with you. Don't make Guru just as a fashion. Don't make Guru just as a part of your life. Guru is your life. Surrender everything. And that's how we will worship Balaramji. So real worship of Balaramji can be done through Guru. And of course, by hearing the past times. Like Balaramji killed Dhenukasur. It represents ignorance. So by following the instruction, by coming out of ignorance, we are actually fulfilling the purpose of Balaramji coming to this world is to destroy the ignorance which people have about themselves and prepare them to go back home, back to Godhead. That is the real purpose of Balaramji coming to this material world and performing various pastimes. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak something on Lord Balaram. It was very enlivening for me. And I was reminding myself that how I can serve the spiritual master and Lord Balaram. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so very much, Prabhuji, for that wonderful talk. It was like when you were talking about Lord Balaram carrying a plow and preparing the ground in our hearts for the devotional life, I was thinking how this got arranged that today you carried a plow and you prepared the ground of our mind and heart for Lord Balaram to come, Lord Krishna to come with such an enlivening and beautiful talk. We are very grateful for the same. So I would like to take this opportunity to request all the devotees to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and we can express our sincere gratitude by chanting Mahamantra for his guest Atul Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And also we would like to request Prabhuji to give us his association guidance and the nectar like today in the coming days also, delivering Japa talks for deliverance of all of us. And with the same mood and same prayer to Lord Balaram and our spiritual master, and of course, Srila Prabhupada. Herewith, we would like to end our session, today's session. And tomorrow, just a reminder, tomorrow is an Ekadashi. So let us all grab this opportunity for enlivening our spiritual life, strengthening our spiritual life by chanting the holy name of Lord and hearing some divine qualities of Him. And today onwards, this festival season has begun. Balaram Jayanti is just around the corner. Janmashtami is just coming, and Srila Prabhupada's Divine Appearance Day is coming. And a lot of other tithis. Tuesday is Srila Rupa Goswami's Disappearance Day, a very prominent acharya of our parampara. So we would like to request all the devotees to participate with the same mood, enthusiasm, and devotional mindset. Thank you so very much, His Grace Atul Krishna Prabhu.
Thank
Shri
you,
Harinam
Prabhu.
Prabhu ki jai, Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki jai, Shri Shri Krishna Balaram ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Param Puja Srila Lokanath Swami Maharaj ki jai. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta koti vaishnavrinda ki jai.